Guess who's back? Cuzzo is back for another interview. This is a follow-up, not a dress-up like motherfucking Diddy do. We just get down and we ask some questions and we have a couple of rounds. If you like it and know what we doing, then come on, get down with that sound. I don't know what the fuck. I can freestyle sometimes, but listen, at the end of the day, remember one thing. We serve the same master, and that's our Lord Jesus Christ, and we love him. So, Cuzzo, thank you for joining me again, my brother.
Thanks for having me, bro.
Take some time for people to get in here, but I think I kind of did you a disservice last time. I didn't really. A lot of people don't know who you are. People were hitting me up. A couple people hit me up. Yo, his story's crazy. You know, I think your story is more of a redemption. That's my opinion. I don't feel like. I think a lot of people count you out. But for all who doesn't know him, this is my little bro, Eric Costo. I was going to say your last name, A. He's got a middle name, initial A like me too, but I'm not going to say that. He's from Aliquippa, Pittsburgh. And, you know, to be honest, these are his own words, man. This is an excerpt from his book explaining a little bit who he is and, you know, where he comes from. And then I will ask him a few questions pertaining to that. And this is going to be a great interview, man, because this is not like the last one. You know, I read the book and we're going to touch on things and show a side of this kid tonight. There's a lot of people you don't know. Who's the kid with the tattoos? Who is he? So we're going to, let me say this. So his Eric Costo, 35 from Aliquippa, his own words. It says right here, you know, because he was incarcerated when this book, you know, had come out. And it says, I'm currently incarcerated for killing a lifelong friend in the midst of a violent altercation having to do with a dispute over heroin. I've been incarcerated since March 2009 and will be completely done with serving my time sometime between 2020 2024. I'm not ashamed of who I am, nor am I ashamed of my past. I am a member of the Crips and Rep Outlaw Insane, and I'm a recovering addict. I'm a convicted felon serving time for manslaughter, a gun charge, and selling drugs. And I also want to get into that's a big part of his prison story I didn't touch on. We're going to touch on that too, and what impact drugs made not only in his life, but maybe thinking it's over and getting to prison. So he says, I am also a man, that's what I love, who serves the Lord and loves the Lord. Some say I have a conflicted conscience, but I leave it up to you and decide what you think and decide what you think about me. I hope you enjoy my poetry and pray that each and every one of you find whatever it is you're looking for. Eric A. Costo. Now, this is his book. It's on Amazon. Cuzzo's Conflicted Conscience. It's the poetry's unbelievable, man. You know what I want to say, Cuzzo. What else about you that I might not say? Your age, where you're from. I mean, I know you're a different guy now. And, you know, this book was written when you're incarcerated. You've been home now. Matter of fact, I took notes. So you've been home since what, 2000? Is it 19 or 20? When did you get out?
I actually got out because of COVID. So
that was like
March. And this is crazy because this is the day my homicide happened. But I got released on March 28th, 2020.
Okay, now, and for all who don't know, because they asked me where you were before. He did go back for a year. And I tell you what. I was
in a lot of different prisons, Code.
Yeah, through your whole stay in the beginning, right?
Yeah, well, I got kicked
now, say,
out.
When you got out, though, in 2020, when you got out, you had to go back for another year, 2000. What was that, 2022?
Christmas Day.
Yeah, no, because a lot of the people said, where did he go? What happened to Cuzzo? Well, he had some things happen. He went away in 2022. And for all who don't know about this kid, not only has he been home and hit the ground running, he's working right now at one of the thrift shops, Anthropology, from his area.
It's not a thrift shop.
I mean, well, I was going to get to that. I thought thrift shop.
This
is high end. There's only two of them.
Store.
Yeah, so he could get into all that. But what I want to say is, when you meet these people in life, like a Cuzzo, and you look at face tattoos and you judge somebody, You say, oh, white crip, he's trying to do this, or want to be gang member, he thinks he's this. See, people don't look at what's inside. And when any man that talks about God and the Lord, that's why we always connected. So, I'm going to let him tell you a little bit about himself, the beginning, a little bit about his story. And then as we go on, I'll ask some questions. But I want to make sure you all know who he is, where he came from, and how this whole story began, because you wrote this book on an iPad, right? Correct? In prison?
Like my prison tablet that we get, you could order a tablet through commissary, and yeah, I wrote everything on the tablet.
To me, I think it's just so funny that you got people that just judge. And that's the one thing I love about this kid and me and the people in my circle. We all F up in life. But the thing is, man, it's the people, like, he went to jail, came back, and hit the ground running. Never felt sorry for himself, never blamed nobody else. And it's an honor for me to have you here. So if you want to give the people maybe a little introduction, just anything I missed or anything you want to talk about, let them know.
Yeah.
We got Lisa Ann, Barbie, Sessa, Carney's Rod. Hope you're all having a great night. Go ahead, bro.
Thanks to everybody that's tuning in right now.
Yeah.
Yeah, my name's Eric Costo. I go by Cuzzo Costo. I just started...
Another Dego. He's Italian too.
Italiano. But yeah, this is gonna be my third YouTube channel. But I started Cuzzo Costo. I do Cuzzo Costo. That's my YouTube channel. I just started it 10 days ago. So definitely check that out. But I started this whole journey by going on lockdown 23-1. When I first got out of prison, during, the COVID, the pandemic happened, and they were releasing people all over the country in all the prisons. And the cases that I still had to do time on, they were prison cases. So I went to prison for a homicide, which that's what all my interviews and stories on Lockdown 23-1 and my old channel is on.
For all you who don't know, excuse me, Lockdown 23-1 is Death. That's his name, right? Dude did time. He started a hell of a channel.
He goes by Death. His real name's Josh. Big shout out to Josh.
He's got almost 1 million subscribers. He's got almost 900,000 subscribers, bro.
Yeah,
I mean, that's
if it wasn't,
I don't let the people know. This is a big platform. You did this, what, 2 years ago?
No, I mean, it's been 4 years now, 2020.
19 on your 10 minute
Yeah,
clip.
I was only home for about 5 months when he interviewed me for the very first time. And when he first got a hold of me on Instagram, we just hit it off like we were cellies for real. Like,
yeah, that's a good interview. Yeah, that's a really good interview too.
And he's the one who gave me the idea to do YouTube. He was like, man, look, like, you have a really good story, and, everything can be proven. And that means something. I know you haven't been around for a long time, but the internet, is it's the place to be right now. And I really think that you could create, because I didn't even know what YouTube was. Like, I knew what it was, but I didn't know, like...
Yeah, well, that was hard for me too, man.
I never knew that I could, do something on it, but...
Wait, didn't your one channel have 10,000 subscribers almost?
10.7 thousand. My last channel I had.
Cuzzo, I think he was 19, because she said Cuzzo. Barbie said...
How old were you? Oh,
I'm sorry, look.
hold on. When I caught, pull that back up, Code?
Yeah, how old were the Wendy's? You were 19, right?
Yeah, I was 19 years old.
Because she's been watching your 10-minute clip. She's up to part 19, she said.
Hey,
what's that on
Instagram?
Too. Is that on Instagram?
No, that's all on YouTube.
Oh, cool. All right, that's what's up.
So my YouTube channel is nothing but my life story. So it's starting out from my earliest memory of life, and I am literally taking you through my entire life journey, part by part by part, and I'm going to lead up all the way into present day.
I think that's great. I thought it was on Instagram. I've seen them, but look, what I want to say to you is obviously getting out of jail. So you go in jail 19. You're I'm sorry. You're 19. You're the Wendy's parking lot. You're getting high. Other people trying to cop from you. You don't have to go into too much. And God bless the kid and his family.
Ask me whatever you want, Code.
Okay, so
ask me whatever.
You're sitting there. How much can you get into? Can you talk a little bit about your first time, 19? You're in that parking lot. Can you bring us back to that day? Like, because these people don't, a lot like Jen and Barrett, Barbie, they're reading your story, Lisa Ann, but they don't really know, you know?
Yeah. So,
yes, upbringing does affect you. Go ahead.
That day, I'll start off from the morning. So, I was actually off from work. So, I was an addict. Okay. I was using the heroin I was selling. I was
You're using. Getting high.
Okay. Everyone that followed my life story, you know already. But yeah, I was getting high and using. So I wanted to get clean. And I wanted to work a real job. So I went to my mom and I told my mom what I wanted to do. And at the time, she was working at the airport in Pittsburgh.
Okay.
At LSG Sky Chefs. And it's a big freezer with an assembly line of people just packaging the food for the airplanes and shit. So my mom got me a job there, and I went through sick, like being dope sick. I can't even say that I went fully through it, because I would be sick for a full day and then I would do a little bit. And then I would, I kept trying, and I was telling myself that, I'm weaning off, right? You lie to yourself. When you're an addict and you're doing all that, you lie to yourself. But in my head, yeah, I'm trying to stop. So that day I was off, and my mom wanted to hang out that day. Now, my wife, and yes, I was married, actually married.
Wow. Hey, I didn't even know that. Breaking news on Code TV. You were married, bro?
She was a couple years older than me, but we were both strung out using together, and she was hustling with me. We were Bonnie and Clyde, how we did everything. And she decided to not get clean and not stop hustling. So she took over all my clientele. So even though I'm working a real job and, trying to get clean, she's still doing what she's doing. And, the way we are, like, I'm not telling you what to do. You do whatever you want, and I'm going to do me. Well, she came to my mom's, which we were both living there. She was living there too. But she comes back, and she is begging me to leave, go with her to go meet this dude, Alan. So I'm supposed to go meet him, and I'm going to grab some money off of him to throw in with us going to re-up. So I was one of the only people with an actual good connect for heroin and, big amounts. So because I was the only one with that connect, people left and right call me like, oh, can I give you some money before you go re-up, and I could get, a deal. Uh, so it was normal for someone to, hit me up and ask me that. But she is telling me, I need you to come with me. I don't want to go alone. Like, I want you there. And she's just begging. And my mom knew what was going on. So my
were you
mom,
you were getting clean at this time too? You were like
yeah,
feeling sick? All right, go ahead.
yeah. But I was sick this day. I was trying not to do anything. Like, I'm like, okay, I'm going to be with my mom all day. I'm fighting this. Like, I'm not touching. So, yeah, I was, sick already. But I've been doing this. So this is like the 4th, 5th day, that I'm feeling like shit. And
wait. So real quick though, because I never did heroin, but when I first had surgeries, they were giving me, I was on Oxycontin from 9701. I never took a drug in my life. I would always quit. 3 days, dude, I'd be sweating. I'd be throwing up. I'd take a shower. I would stink. I could, then I had to take another little piece or something because I couldn't deal with it, man. And I quit in 01. But the same symptoms, like same shit, same withdrawal. That's what that is, right?
Yes. It's horrible.
Look, she said, I don't wish dope sickness on nobody.
Yeah, for real. So my mom is trying to tell my wife, right? Just let him go. Just let him. He's off. He just wants to hang out. Like, so I'm like, whatever, I got you. So I'm getting dressed, and I grab my gun and I go to put my gun in my pants, and my mom is like, don't take the gun. This is crazy because she like that this happened, but she said,
mothers have premonitions, bro. They feel it.
Don't take the gun. I don't think you should leave. Like, we were supposed to just be here. This doesn't feel right. You need to. And I said, Mom, if you're worried about me, then you should want me to have this gun. Because, and I said, because I got people that want to kill me. So, at this time, not only was I dealing, but I was a stick-up kid.
Thank you.
And a lot of the older guys, and my connect.
Before you go any further, I got
it for them. They would.
Let me ask you one question. Do you attribute I'm not just saying getting high and, going down the wrong road. Do you attribute that to, obviously, maybe it could be, not talking about your dad, but there's a lot, you've seen obviously a lot of trauma, you've been through trauma in your life, right? Like the most of us. So you've been through a lot of that, because somebody said something earlier that trauma affects people, like definitely affects people, and I believe that. I mean, so is that what led to all the trauma shit you've been through? And,
but you don't realize that when you're going through it.
Yeah.
Like, I'm 35 now.
Makes sense.
I'm 35 now, and I just now realize all that. Like, okay. I just now realize that I'm not normal, that I'm not like with how my brain works now. I wasn't like this. I was I remembered, like, I was a very happy kid at certain times.
Like somebody in here lost a son. There's a couple people that lost their kids. One that, I don't want to say names. I don't want to point names out. One to drugs, one to suicide. God rest their souls and God bless them, man. May their memories live on. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Yeah, sorry for your loss.
Yeah, go ahead.
Look, I'll go back into that day so I don't go off.
Go ahead.
But
so she tells you,
my mom felt some, but I leave.
Mom, I need the gun. If you're worried about me, I should take it.
Yeah. So okay. I leave, and when we get in the car, I take the gun out of my waistband and I stuff it in between the center console and the driver's seat. So I stuff it down there, and we take off. Now,
allegedly,
we go to Alan's house, which is the other victim The one that didn't die.
Okay.
Okay, so we go to his house, and he's not there. I go around the house. I'm banging on the basement door because that's where he stays, in the basement. No answer. So when I go to the car, I'm pissed. Like, what the fuck? He's not even here. So I'm like, call him. So she's like, okay. So she's calling him, and he's not answering. So I'm like, what the fuck? I'm not sitting in front of his house. And she's like, let's go to Wendy's.
I was going to ask you, how did Wendy's come in? But that was just as easy as that. Let's go to Wendy's.
Yep, let's go. Which that's a spot where all of us used to meet up before parties. Like, when everyone needs to link up before going somewhere, we'd be like, yeah, let's go to Wendy's.
And you used to ride bikes, and your cousin's a skateboarder, right? Or a bike?
Yeah, before I started dealing and using.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a whole.
I was really big into BMX.
I want to do that a whole separate episode, man. That whole interview just about before that. I want to do right now where you're at. This is leading up, but then we're gonna do another episode with the beginning. Go ahead.
Okay. So, they're not there. He's not there. Alan's not there. So go to Wendy's, and we pull into park. I'm mad still. She's trying to get a hold of him, and he answers and says he is gonna be there. He'll drive there, meet, and give the money, and he'll be there in a couple minutes.
Okay.
So she tells me she needs to use the bathroom, and we got to wait, for him. So, all right, go ahead. She gets out of the car.
Love you, Anna.
Gets out of the car, and she goes to the bathroom. Now, when she goes in the bathroom, I do not know this. I only found this out later at trial, but phone records, when she went in that bathroom
she set you up
to get high, she went in that bathroom to do dope.
Oh, I thought she made a call.
Yeah, she did that too.
Oh, okay. Wow.
So she goes in there, gets high. She calls him, and we don't know what was said. So I can't say that she's like, yeah, he's there with, all we know is that she called him, and she was tricking with him. What I didn't know was that it was an ongoing thing where he was providing her, money, dope, whatever. I found that out because as a private investigator. I had one of the best private investigators, and he found out so much shit. But anyways, back to the thing.
Yeah.
So she goes in there, makes a call. I'm sitting in the car now. I'm closing my eyes, and I'm listening to, the rapper that we were listening to, EC Thanksta.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, from your way. At this time, right? And this is 2009. March 28, 2009. He went by B-Thang.
That was 15 years ago, man. That's crazy.
Well, he was already in prison. Like, he was in prison for his homicides for a few years now. But that's who I was listening to. I was listening to his mixtape. And I'm just listening to B-Thang. I got my eyes closed. And, yeah, she came back in, sat there. It was just normal, like nothing. Like, just.
Were you in the driver's seat or passenger?
I'm in the driver's seat.
Okay.
She's in the passenger. And Code, like, out of nowhere, the door opens. And when the door opens, I get ripped out immediately. So, like, I didn't even realize what the fuck was going on. I didn't even realize what was going on at first. And then, I'm getting.
So you're minding your own business, and they just come. You're ripped out of the car.
Yeah.
Damn, man.
Well, you know what happened. Why all that?
Yeah.
That's a whole other thing. I don't want to get deep in all that ruined shit.
Yeah.
But check my YouTube out, subscribe to that, and check my life story. It's all on there. But yeah, so
there it is right there, guys. That's his web. Thank you, Jen and Barrett.
Hey, but so Jimmy and Alan get me out the car, rip me out the car. I'm on the ground and I'm getting stomped and shit. And everybody now in the parking lot, because this is a shopping plaza in Aliquippa. It's not just Wendy's. There's a bank. There's CVS. A liquor store. All this shit. So there's a lot of people. This is March 28th, and this is like 3 p.m, I think. Something like that. Sun's out. Everybody's out. And then Wendy's, Wendy's has the big, huge see-through glass windows.
Yeah, damn straight.
This story that you guys are hearing on my YouTube channel, there was a guy that was running for governor, and we went to the crime scene at Wendy's, and I explained everything that happened. So you can watch that on my YouTube too.
Wow, that's cool.
But yeah, so the windows, they're big and you can see through. So all the customers that were in there eating, they're looking through the window. They're seeing me getting jumped. And
were you in your mind thinking, I got to get to that gun, man, at this point?
I was thinking that, yes. And I was thinking, like, as soon as he sees it, they're going to run. Because, like,
that's
Jimmy,
what you thought.
That was who I killed. That was my childhood, really good friend. I looked up to it, like, him and my cousin Freddie were best friends. And I looked up to them too. And I hung out with them. I partied with them. Like,
to everybody listening, man. Oh no, we're gonna do episode.
They're the first ones to get me high on heroin.
But this is what I'm saying. Like, this story is not just about a kid who's did prison time, is in a gang. This is about a dude who had to come down to his best friend as a kid, man. Like, drugs, the street, all that shit. This is not glorifying anything. This is let you know that when you live your life.
Let me get that straight.
Yeah, let's get that out.
On my previous platform, I'll get back. I'll finish, what happened.
Yeah. All right.
Left off in a cliffhanger, but I was drinking. I was an alcoholic, pretty much. Like, I wasn't me. And I was glorifying everything. And I was being an idiot. I was in one of the worst relationships. Like, it was completely toxic. And I was wrong on my end in so many ways. It's just, I woke up. You guys hear an echo? Those 9 months that I did in the county saved my life. Me getting to go back after doing them 11 years and doing that 9 months felt longer than that 11 years. And I had a lot of time to think about everything.
Is there an echo now?
No, I can hear you now.
Huh?
I can hear you now.
Yeah, it's not an echo no more?
No.
All right, cool. Go ahead.
So just know I'm not glorifying anything. I was an idiot for what I did all that to myself.
You just took accountability.
At the end of the day.
Something you always do. I wish a lot of people, that's what a lot of people don't do, man. They always point the finger. They don't take accountability. So get back now. You're ripped out of this car, man. You're going through all that. I know what I'd be thinking. I got to get to the gun. Not that you don't want to hurt these dudes. It's your friend. So you're probably conflicted. What was going through your mind at that point, man?
I really thought that if I could just get to that gun, that they're gonna run, because they know me and they know, I've used it. I've been in situations where like they would know. So I like on everything. I really thought that that's all it would be. But it wasn't. And so they were distracted for like, it seemed like a long time, but it was probably like a half a second. But like, when you're getting stomped, like everything's slow motion.
Man, I know. Shit.
I grabbed Jimmy's ankle and I grabbed it like this and then I rolled. And when I was able to roll myself, I was able to get him on the ground and I started running towards my car. But as soon as I got to my car, where like my arm is just like halfway inside, he punches me in the back of the head. And I went forward into the car. I got pinned underneath the steering wheel and the front seat.
I got you.
So he hit me. I went in. I get flipped over. Now I'm on my back. And I'm pinned underneath, and then he's on top of me. So remember, the gun's in between the seat, the center console and the front seat. So as I'm reaching back trying to grab it, he's fucking choking me. So I'm, panicking, but he's choking me, but he's squeezing in where my wind is cut off, but he's letting up. So I'm like, not thinking I'm going to die. It's just I'm being, choked. I finally get the gun. And as soon as I feel it and go up,
let it loose.
At first, he went to grab it. And when he's holding it, I'm out loud. I'm like, Jimmy, my fucking fingers on the trigger. I'm gonna shoot you. Get the fuck off me. I can't fucking breathe. And right when I said that last part, he let go and then started choking me like for real.
Damn.
I had it where I literally jammed it into him twice. And he'd never let up. Damn. And now I literally felt that panic where fuck, I'm about to go out. So I blasted him. I put it right up to his chest. And as soon as I felt the barrel touch his chest, I squeezed that shit. And I did once. I did one time. And right when I did that, he let it instantly. Let go. I pushed him off of me. And I yelled at this is crazy, but he's going like this all over himself.
That's enough.
All over himself. And he's like you shot me. You shot me and I'm screaming at him. Why the fuck did you make me do that? What the fuck? And then I immediately, it's like I went from being so angry to all of a sudden I realized that he's in trouble. We're both in a bad situation. I just shot a gun, just shot someone in front of all these people. I have a fucking, now I have a gun on me. There's this car, there's that, like all this shit is going through my head. And all I'm thinking is we got to get the fuck out of here. And immediately I look at him and I'm like, go, we got to get the fuck out of here now. And as soon as I said that, Jimmy and Alan run to their car. I run to mine. Emily,
he could run at that point when he got hit. He ran after that.
Yeah, he was still. Yep, he's still up. He runs, and this is crazy, but he ran to the driver's side. This was his car that they went down there with. What a lot of people don't know is he was a pizza delivery guy. That's what his job was. He was on the clock.
Wow.
He was on the clock working his pizza when coming to rob me. Because he figured, like, he's come, just take this shit.
How much can you say? Can you elaborate? Like, as a kid growing up, was he like that, or was the drugs, the whole?
It was the drugs.
Okay.
It was the drugs. It was the drugs for fucking all of us. It's just that I was the only one that was actually dealing for real.
Yeah, I got you.
All this started because I was fronting him, and he fucked the money up once, said he got robbed. So I'm like, tell me who robbed you. I'll go. I'll hand.
Yeah.
Couldn't. The number was, I don't have the right number. I don't know him. It was all this bullshit. Well, I fronted him again. And then the second time, again, he's robbed. Again, he don't know. And then that's what started our beef. That's what started our whole fucking beef was that. But I still agreed to sell to him. So,
hey, man.
So he stole that gun that I had, that I used on him. Later, we find out that gun was stolen, and he stole it with my cousin from a family member of mine.
Wow. Damn, man. So the gun that you had, that was, I got
you. He gave it to me to trade for him.
I was just going to say that. I knew that was coming. That was coming. So listen, now you disperse. He's going his way. You're going your way. I don't know how much more of that you could say, but
I can say whatever. I went to trial for it. I did my time.
Know what I'm saying? So, like, when you leave, was the girl with you at that time?
Yeah, so she's with me. And
she's going nuts, probably, right?
She's freaking out. And I'm now trying to call Jimmy. Okay, the first call, I believe the first call went through, but they're pulling out. So when all I heard, we're pulling out, boom, I hang up. Now, I don't realize this because I'm going very fast. I clipped a couple cars going through the drive-through. I blew through a four-way intersection red light. Didn't brake, didn't even look. It was just luck that I made it through it. And I went to go get rid of that gun.
That's smart, bro.
And I got away, but what I didn't know is Jimmy and Alan never made it out of that parking lot.
He died right there?
By the time he drove around the drive-through and was right towards the end of the parking lot, he bled out and fell out. Now, he didn't die right away. But, yeah, after that,
so you go
911.
Did they come get you? You turn yourself in?
I turned myself in, but I got away. So I got rid of the gun, and I ended up coming back to the crime scene. But across the street is a church. What's going on. I crept through the church parking lot because, there's police from like 4 different townships, state police, ambulance. Like it's nuts. But I was across the street in the parking lot and they never seen. Wow. And I was watching what was going on, trying to figure out if he was alive or dead. But
did you have a feeling though when you called him and he didn't answer? Did you feel like something was going on?
So much shit was going through my head. I don't even know what I thought. But the next thing is like, I need to get to my mom. I need to tell my mom what's going on before she finds out somewhere else. And I tell my wife, we're going to my mom's now. I creep out of that parking lot and I take off. I fly, and I made it to my mom. She was like 20 minutes away. I got there, but it was from the time they took me to get rid of this gun, go back, and then get to her.
What was that, like 2-3 hours maybe?
Maybe 2 hours, maybe an hour, because I was panicking and freaking out and changed my mind about spots to get rid of the gun like 20 times.
Did you know right away? Because in PA, they have no bail out for homicide, right? For murder. You can't bail out.
Well, see, I was a youngin' who was not educated on the law.
Okay.
So I didn't know that there was where you can't get bonded out for certain shit.
Man.
So when I got to my mom's at some point, I don't know if it was like right when I got in, but I'm all over the news. They're trying to say that I'm armed and dangerous and like kind of made it like I just freaked out and just did it to do it.
That's what I always do though.
But my lawyer, who is like family, he was already at my father's bar. My dad's owned a bar my whole life, and it's right down the road from Wendy's. So the police raided my dad's bar thinking, go ahead. Sorry, guys. Don't know where he ran off to, but as soon as he sits down, I will continue.
Sorry, bro. My grandkids are going nuts.
No, you're good.
He was already there?
My attorney was already at the bar. So when the police raid it, he finds out what's going on. So once the police leave, they realize I'm not there and leave. They call me. And I answer, and, they're like, what the fuck did you do? My dad's screaming, what the fuck is wrong with you? Calm down a little bit. I told my lawyer what happened. And he's like, you got to turn yourself in. I could beat it. That's self-defense. But you got to turn yourself in. If not, they're going to shoot you. Or you're going to get in more trouble. You're going to get in more trouble. I know you got dumb shit going on in your head right now. Like, I'm telling you, and he said this, and at the time, we had no idea that he died.
Damn, man.
So he's telling me the ambulance got him, and we're going to bond you out. So I'm thinking in my head, he made it. He survived. Like, that's what I really put in my head. He survived, bet. And I'll be like, I'm thinking in my head, like, he's not going to tell on me. Like, he's not going to testify. He ain't going to go to court on me.
I think, here, Jen and Barbie, real quick. I just want to share this. You guys said you couldn't find it. It's right here. Hold on. Let me get back there.
Yeah, you could Google.
It's right here.
You just Google my real name, Eric Costa.
Yeah, look.
Everything comes up.
Beaver County. I read this before, too.
Yeah, Google has everything.
They were saying how they didn't, they were saying how they were like, oh, they didn't buy your story, that they were trying to, like, say, like, you weren't telling the truth.
That was just the DA.
Yeah, that's what I figured.
But the jury did, and that's all that matters.
But you still did.
2009. This was in 2009. Hey, Code, when you put up people's questions, can you leave each one up for a little bit?
The only reason
I can't read what they're saying.
Well, I did that just to acknowledge them, because while you were talking, I wasn't trying to interrupt that. But
oh, you're good.
All right.
Yeah, you just type in my real name in Google, and every article, all my cases, they're all on there.
2009.
Yeah, 2009. But yeah, so he talked me into turning myself in, and my wife and my mom, they hide me in my mom's vehicle and drive me to my dad's bar. And I meet up with my attorney, Stephen Callfella, and I had another attorney who helped, and he was like his protege, but now he's one of the best attorneys also in PA. Stephen Valsamides. So
I know you always talk about some lawyer. I didn't know his name, but I know you always give props to that dude.
Yep. So Stephen Callfella and Stephen Valsamides. And I go in, and yep, they called the police. They let the police know that they had their client ready to turn himself in, is not answering any questions. You take him straight to jail. And yep, they came to the bar. Everyone in the bar, in my dad's bar, when I walked in there, man, they looked like they seen a ghost. And then I'm on every TV in the bar. My dad got a huge sports bar, so I'm on the news everywhere. You know, and I'd walk in, and they're like,
I'm surprised they weren't like, get him out of here, man. Shit.
Well, when the police came to get me, the patrons and stuff left.
Oh, yeah?
So then I came out with my hands up with my attorneys. And, everyone got their guns out on me and shit. And they cuffed me and took me.
Kingston, what's up, dog? I still talk to him. He's a good kid. He's doing good.
I did not find out that Jimmy was dead.
Yeah.
Until the judge was reading me my charges at arraignment.
Did you think it was over at that? Like, once the cops came there, you were like, oh, man, I'm done. Or did you think, like, yo,
yeah, that was the first time the COs, put hands on me.
Oh, wow.
When they read me that, I stopped the judge and said, oh, ma'am, I think you meant attempted homicide. And she was mad. She was actually mad that I interrupted her and said that. And she said no. I said
hi real quick. Yeah. Here, she wants to say hi. Say hi, Cuzzo.
Hi.
That's
my voice.
That's my buddy right there. Say hi to the chat. Say hello. Say have a good night. Say God bless.
Good night.
Be careful here. Bro, my life, there's always something going on, man. But you know what, though? At least I got to be here for them. You know what I mean? Like, I don't have no regrets, bro. You know what I'm saying? People bitch. Thank God I have the time to do this. But my bad. Go ahead.
No, you're good. I know. That's a good feeling.
Yeah. One of the things. Go ahead.
So they are she's mad. She's telling me no, and then she says my charges again. Criminal homicide, aggravated assault, reckless endangerment, illegal firearms possession. And I lost it. I'm not only realizing that I just killed my friend, and it was over something stupid. And then at the same time, I'm thinking I'm 19 and I'm about to do a life sentence. This is murder. You do life for murder. And I freaked out. I stood up and I fucked it, and they grabbed me. They threw me to the ground, and this isn't really funny, but in my head, I really, like, being honest, I really thought this. So after they roughed me up a little bit, my pants start getting pulled down. And I'm 19, so the first thought in my head is, "Oh my God, they're gonna SA me.
Yeah,
they're gonna SA me." and
Yo, but for real though, how many?
So they gave me a shot. They gave me a shot of
Thorazine?
Ativan.
Oh, okay.
And then, yeah, it put me out. But yeah, so that's what happened.
So the thing I wanted to say was, because people don't know that this book, there's some of the best. I write poetry. I always have. I study poetry, man. Some of the best shit. I want to go over this one, and I want to ask you what this means to you, because there's a lot of them in here, man. But I think that this one, for some reason, where we at? Oh my God! What, Natalia? Who, you do? You want to go now? All right, look. You know how to turn the TV on, right, buddy? Turn the light on when you walk inside the room. Turn the switch on the wall. I'll be right in a couple minutes. All right? Never stop. But this one, it says, look in the mirror. And it says, I went from the Antichrist to a man of God. I still see horns on my head, so don't spare the rod. I can't ever forget how I used to be, how I used to live. I was a troubled youth and a drug addict kid. I used to steal from my dad and fight with my mom. I didn't do right, but loved doing wrong. I know I might go back to that wicked life at any time. I got good and evil tats because the choice is mine. I look at myself in the mirror every single day. I look at the evil inside and it reminds me to pray. I always want to make the right choice. I need the word of the Lord's voice. That John, dude, let me tell you, I read all these. I'll tell you, so you know I'm not joking. I like this one too. This one's a hot one. Inspired by God. You got this one. Due Time. That was a good one too. You got this the Matt Snyder one. I mean,
R.I.P. to Matt Snyder.
Yeah, R.I.P. to Matt Snyder. This one over here. Hold up. I got no respect for you. I mean, this is some really, 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 really great poetry. But what I'm saying is, you're home now. You did all that time. People have a misconception. Maybe they think they know you. Maybe they think that they don't. But the one thing I could say about you is, man, you're resilient, bro. You've been through a lot. You're 35 years old. You got, I believe now, like, you seem like your head's clear, man. It seems like you're happy, and I'm being honest. I attribute that to two people, God and you, because you don't have to do this, and one thing, I don't know, can we talk? Can I even mention when you went in again, that little year you did, and you had to get in that scuffle with the Beaver County? I don't want to say it. Can I talk about that or no? That dude you had to smack up, remember?
Oh, here we go.
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
The dude that you had to smack up when you were locked up, you seen that guy? You told the young boy, can I talk about that or no?
Yeah, I did my solitary time for it.
All right, so listen, one of the things I love about this dude is not even, I don't care about all the stories in the gang, none of that shit. Not his heart, his respect for the Lord, but when he went back for a violation, as soon as he seen a pedophile on the block.
Well, no, not a pedophile. He was a serial
rapist.
Scraper.
Scraper? Okay.
A serial scraper, yeah.
Oh, I got you. Yeah,
we're on YouTube, so I can't say the.
Well, scraper, I got you. But when you seen this dude, you realize nobody was doing nothing to him. He was just mixed in like it was nothing.
Well, so I just did my 48-hour lockdown, and I got moved. Once you do your intake, they usually move you to another pod. So I went to Anna.
She's been here.
I just seen her thing now. I can't see anyone.
Yeah, hold on.
What's up, Anna? So Oh, Cuffed Include. What's up, bro? I seen your comment. Thanks for
stopping by, man. We appreciate it, bro.
Thank you for subbing. Okay, so when I get to the new pod, right? I just unpacked my shit. It's later at night. And everyone's running up to my cell. Like, I realized when I got to, this is my county jail, and the last time that I was in there was in 2009. So, like, I'm an old head now. I was in there as a teenager last time. Now I'm fucking in my 30s. I can't hear you, Code. Oh, you're on mute. My bad, guys. Granddaughter. Oh. Really, really appreciate all you guys.
Dude, I'm sorry, man, but this is my life, bro.
No, you're good. That's real gangster shit that you're doing.
Cuzzo, when I told what happened to me as a kid, when, a friend of a family tried to touch me, or I talked about a priest, I was never, I never went through what people went through. But, guys on here, they came up, they made a big thing about, saying, oh, yeah, he touches kids, talking all this shit. First off, my whole life, all I ever did was protect people. I'm defend myself up here, but, the crazy
can you pull up Google Code?
Huh?
Can you pull up Google?
Yeah.
I want you to Google this guy so you guys know exactly who I assaulted.
Yeah, what's his name?
Jonathan Vance.
Wait. It's not this military dude.
Just put Jonathan Vance. What his charge.
Was he from? Okay.
Beaver County.
Yeah.
And Allegheny County.
There's a couple pictures up here.
He was all over the news, all over. There's articles all over that on him.
Was he Spanish looking dude?
Yes.
Oh, wow. Hold up. All right.
There's news articles you could get on. News clipping videos.
She's asking about a cookie. I don't know what she's talking about.
Can't see your screen.
I know. Hold up. Here we go. Is it this guy? Hold on. Is this it? Wait. Where the fuck is it at?
You had it. Just scroll up to the video part.
Hold on. Is this the guy? Can you see him?
Oh, I can't see anything. You took the screen
down. What the hell just happened? Hold on. All right. Tell me if this is the guy.
Yep, that's him.
All right. So now I got to find a story. Wow. 12 cases?
Yeah. He was a serial scraper.
I get now what you're saying. All right.
Okay. So notice his new mugshot. He has a scar going across here.
Hold on, let me see.
His original mugshot, no scar. His new one, right there, you'll see.
This one?
Yep, that's the new one. That scar in the middle of his shit, that's from that incident. So, this is what happened. I get to the pod, and, everybody's running up to my cell, asking me if I need anything, what's up, and I'm telling everybody, like, yo, I'm just trying to unpack, go to sleep, like, I'll holler at all y'all in the AM. Once I get everyone cleared out, two of my homies, they was on the pod, so I'm chopping it up with them. They get me some food, coffee, and shit. And yeah, go to sleep. The next morning, right? First thing I do, all right, who got the newspaper? Boom, get the newspaper. Go over to the TV, right? As soon as I sit down, dude next to me, he's like, yo, you Cuzzo, right? Yeah, what's up? Yo, man, I don't know if you remember me, but we did time like back in the day, but this shit is weird. This whole part, it's weird. Yo, you want some coffee? So I'm like, yeah, cool. He's like, come on, come in my cell. So I get up, I walk over to his cell, he gets some coffee. As he's making me coffee, right? He's like, yeah, it's real weird over here. The guy that was sitting in front of you, you know who that was, right? So I'm like, nah, who was that? He's like, that's Jonathan Vance. That's Vinny. And I'm like, he was like, the Beaver County Scraper.
Oh, shit.
And I'm like, wait, the one that was kidnapping all them? And he's like, yeah, that's him. So what he was doing was, he was going around and he was...
I'm listening, man.
Go ahead. I'll continue while you're running. Oh. So he was kidnapping females that he knew had drug addictions or, might have been, prostituting. He was targeting women like that. And he was kidnapping them and essaying them. And he was doing this out of his van. And when he was done, they would be zip tied up and, bound. And he would just throw them out and take off. And he did this.
Gosh.
He did this over and over again. Kidnap the girl, essay her, throw her out of his van, leave her in the middle of the street, zip tied up. And he did it over and over and over again. He finally gets caught. They charge him with all of them. But what was happening was victim after victim was overdosing and dying. Now,
because of all the fucking trauma, probably, right?
Well, there's that rumor, but the other rumor was that he had somebody out there that was giving them hot shots, one after another.
He looked like an immigrant, that dude, man.
And no, he was born and raised in America, I'm pretty sure. But he was fighting this for about 5 years. Maybe a little more. But, it keeps getting continued. And now there's no victims left. He has no victims. And he has all that time in. So this guy tells me this, right? And I'm thinking in my head, you know what?
Love you, Chicky.
All these youngins that just ran up to my cell. And I told dude this before I went over there and sat down. I even told him, I'm like, I don't understand why none of these youngins are doing, meaning with the scraper. This is YouTube, so I can't say, what he actually should be called. Yeah. But if it sounds it.
Yeah.
But it blew my mind. I was confused on how there's all these, gang members, and not just mine, but, the other ones that no one's doing anything to this dude. And this dude was actually the one in charge of the TV. So I'm like, damn, because this dude got the most time in here, these motherfuckers is really letting this dude, what?
Did you feel like
I was angry.
But did you realize, at some point, because everybody goes through that, bikers, you're whether you're running a flag or whatever, there's always that time when everybody wants to be a tough guy till it's time to do tough guy shit. did you realize like, damn, these dudes are really, pussy? I mean, they ain't doing shit. Like, what the fuck? Like, man,
well,
like, cause
see, that's
it
the thing.
changes,
If
man.
you don't do shit yourself,
Yeah.
if you don't do shit yourself, no one's ever gonna respect you or take that shit serious. Anything you tell anyone, it's never gonna do anything. And when I went in there, I just got off my 48, so I'm like, you know what? I haven't been in here for over a decade. I'm not going off old, like, as my homie said in his song, can't go off old clout.
No.
And the main thing, I fucking am, I'm sorry, but I'm institutionalized. I hate these people.
Look at Chicky. Look at Chicky, dude.
Them.
Look at Chicky, dude. Chicky's my boy, man. He's from our mass, man.
I remember Chicky.
Yeah. Yo, you already said, right? It's over, bro. 2024 ratting is cool. It is, dude. Chicky, as long as we know we never ratted. Fuck what they did. I never did. Cuzzo never did. You never did. We can't speak on anybody else, man. For real. So, but how many kids told on you, bro? That's what I want to ask you. Like, after you do that, you get sent to the hole. How many guys were like,
well, okay, so this is what, so I go sit down, and I'm sitting directly behind him. Anna interviewed me after I got out of the hole.
On the iPad thing.
Yeah,
right?
She called me right on the block. Right on the block, she interviewed me, and I got all my homies, my youngins, to give shout outs and shit.
Yeah, I seen that. That shit was legendary, man. That was
great.
But,
like, listen, when I was around and all that, they was all moving old school. But, as soon as you're out of sight, not around, it's back to whatever.
It's just like them bikers, man. You get all these new guys, man.
But my phone's gonna die in like 5 minutes.
Oh shit, go ahead, finish
So
up.
I'm gonna just finish this, and then, bro, I'll come back on whenever.
Steven! Go ahead.
So I sit down, he's right in front of me. So first thing I notice, because I'm trying to figure out a way to get his, attention to start something. So I see his shoes. So I tapped him first. I tap. He turns around, I'm like, yo, your shoes? I need them. And, bro, he looked at me like, he's like, I'm like, yeah, bro.
You hear what he's saying?
Huh? Cuzzo, your life.
He said, live with your family, man, because nobody really gives a fuck, man. Like, but go ahead. I'll tell you what he means after we get off here. I'll call you and tell you. Go ahead.
So I see fucking the shoes. I'm like, yo, I need them shoes. He's looking at me. He's shocked.
Say you need his shoes?
Yeah. He's looking at me like he's shocked, right? He turns around, puts his back right to me. So now, like, bro, I'm like, oh, this dude thinks like he thinks this is like a joke.
Yeah.
So I doink him in the back of his head, doink, and then boop, hard as shit, smack him in the back of the head, right? Bro, he turns around, he stands straight. So as soon as he stands up, I stand up. His dumb ass starts screaming, going like this, and getting closer and closer, right?
Oh, man.
I'm slowly backing up. Slowly back. He's still getting close. He's thinking, right? Everyone falls for this. They think you're backing up because you're scared.
No, you put a little distance. You're making
so as soon as you get your shit cocked back like this, keep your back and your neck extremely stiff. And then thrust your whole body forward as one. That's how you really headbutt someone. So when I headbutted him, I came straight down. So this fractured, and then his orbital socket fractured off one headbutt. So as soon as I hit that shit, bro, he's gushing blood all over the place. And then everybody, they hate him. They're just not doing anything. So everyone's like laughing, screaming, and he can't see anything.
Because of the blood?
all the blood and his tears are coming out. You know, it's cracked right here. So he got waterworks coming regardless. So his head's down and he's just swinging and swinging and bro, like I'm doinking his head and dancing around and boom, stealing him. Doinking his head, going around him. Wow. Well, the CO yells, you know,
look at that. Look at that.
The CL yells for all rovers, right? I run with everyone else, and I go in my cell, right? And I'm cleaning up. So all the rovers, and when I say rovers, I mean like the goon squad, like all the COs that come, you know, for shit that happens.
Oh yeah, the robots.
Yeah, and then the sergeant, lieutenant, you know, and they come with the video camera and the, you know, the tasers and shit.
Yeah.
So when they get there, you know, the CO's like, it was Costo. They point, they go to my cell, and the CO's like, well, the lieutenant, Costo, what happened? I'm like, I don't know. He got a nosebleed, bro. So he's like, man, turn around, cuff up. I'm like, what? I didn't fucking do, you know, I didn't do nothing. And, you know, they took me. But what was fucked up was they were trying to scare me with saying I was going to get a hate crime. Because they were trying to say that I did that to him because of his charges.
How the fuck is that a hate crime?
But I told him straight up, like, we were fighting over the TV. You know, it's clear as day. We were arguing over the TV.
So did he have to take PC after that, or what did he do after that?
No, they had to separate us. But nobody did nothing to him ever. I was the only one still. He went to another fucking pod. But he left. He left after that, right? He leaves because I told you all the witnesses died. So he leaves on parole. While he's out, he goes from Aliquippa area, Beaver County, right?
Yeah.
Leaves, goes to the next county over in Pittsburgh.
Does it again?
Starts doing it again. And they got him this time.
That's fucked up.
They got him this time, but what's fucked up is you guys let him out. Y'all let him out.
You know, I wanted to get
he went straight back to getting more victims.
I had an argument with a dude, man, because he was telling me that, I said, if I ever seen somebody hurting a kid and the only way you could stop them was to tell a cop, he said, that's rat. And I said, let me tell you something. If you could call me a rat, first thing I would try to do was hurt him myself. But if I couldn't and I knew I could stop a kid from getting hurt, like I'm talking a kid, man. I mean, if you want to call me a rat, whatever, but I don't give a fuck. I'm 51 years old, man. No kid deserves that. No woman deserves that shit when they're getting, you know, anybody against their will. But I know, I guess, you know, the street code, you're not supposed to tell nobody do nothing. But, you know, when you hurt kids, I think they got to rewrite that shit. I mean, the snitching is an all-time high, but when it comes to kids, there should be a line for that shit, man.
Well, like, listen, I will say this, and this is my personal opinion, but I lived around a lot of predators inside prison.
In jail, yeah.
And even out some of their own mouths will say they can't control it. It'll never go away. They will never stop thinking like that. They will never stop wanting to do that, because there are a couple of them that they admit, like they straight admit and they hate that they claim they hate that they're like that.
I don't understand it, man. I just don't, you know, if some, you know, and the funny thing is most of these guys that say, oh yeah, the rat and it is, look, if me and you's doing something together and we get knocked and I take the stand, it's a whole different fucking thing. That's snitching. That's no good. You know, but first off, I'm just saying when it comes to kids, I think it was great to what you did, man. But, you know, when we do this again, I want to talk about the next time. I want to really get into you as a kid. I want to talk about the bikes, growing up with the skateboards and that part about you too, man.
You know, my group that I grew up riding with, they made it. And my one, I say boy, even though we don't talk anymore because of Jimmy. He grew up with us riding BMX. He also stopped riding because his addiction.
See, that's why I don't judge people, man.
But he won Nora Cup. My boy won
that good?
Nora Cup BMX Trail Rider of the Year. That is when all the BMX pros through the whole world, they vote on who wins Nora Cup.
Wow.
And my boy, Mark Potosny, which that is who I grew up riding with, Mark and Mike Potosny. Their house was, when we were young, got sponsored by Red Bull.
Damn.
That's how crazy the parties and the jumps that we had were. I mean, Red Bull literally sponsored our end of summer party.
I don't think that you're I think your book, man. I mean, I say that, no pun intended, but your story's not over, man. There's so much left to you, bro. You coming here telling your story, people thank you, man. I thank you, but there's so much more that we're gonna do, especially with the clothing line this week, man. That news should be coming Monday. That's what they tell me. Even if it's not, from what I hear, even if I don't, starting, I think by Friday I can start using it in commerce. Okay. So by next weekend I can start printing shit and putting it out there. So that's what we're gonna do and keep going forward, man. And
I can't wait, bro.
Yeah.
And I really appreciate that.
Oh, it's on, bro.
I really appreciate that.
What's wrong now? You hear him? Don't snitch on your sister, man. All right, I'm coming. But what are you doing now? Chilling with the family?
Well, actually, my stepdaughter, she's going to see her dad.
Oh, how's he? Good? They have a good relationship?
Yeah.
That's cool.
Yep.
So what, he's have date night tonight?
Yeah, but I'm working 7 days a week. So
Barbie, listen. He'll be back again. We're gonna do a lot more of this stuff.
Lots of questions, but I will wait till Cuzzo gets more parts out and he comes back, more present day stuff. Thanks for sharing. Yeah.
Thank you for watching.
My content on the channel Cuzzo Costo, it's never gonna end. It's starting with my earliest memory, and it's going all the way until my present day, and I'm going to continue to do my life story parts until the day I die.
Well, you know what I'm gonna tell you. As long as you got the Lord with you, man, there's no stopping you, because I got your back. We already proved that, man. Me, you, and Anna, we got a bond. You know what I'm saying? And we're just gonna keep moving. But I'm glad that I'm finally at a point in this YouTube where, I took a couple days off during the week. I do like to go in the morning and brighten people's day, but at the end of the day, man, when you're doing so much, sooner or later it's got to become, if you're doing it for a career to make money or something. But there's too much potential, even between me, with you, so many people, like shit to, like today I seen Joey Molino had Chuck Zito on there. That shit made me happy because, as a biker, I don't care. Maybe I'm in a different area. I'm not, but
Chuck that's Zito, cool.
Chuck's a solid dude.
Can you send me the link for that?
Yeah. Fucking right. I'll send it to your phone. But to everybody that stopped by, man, thank you. I appreciate it. It means a lot. We'll be back again. I'll probably be back Monday morning. To everybody out there, hope you and your family stay blessed. Cuzzo, I love you. Thanks for coming by.
Thank you.
Don't pop out yet. Everybody in here, stay blessed, not stressed. Let God handle the rest. I don't ask for money. All you got to do is hit that like, that share button. And let me just say it again. Everybody knows. Here's where we're at. Look. 970, still there. Make the wish. This is a hell of a year, and I think if it goes right this week, there's going to be a bigger tally on that too. So, change my wall again. I don't think I did, but everybody have a great night. God bless. We'll see you again.